Hello, I am Hazel, the one keeping you alive. Since I am not a human, there is no room for human error. Who flow yug for Hazer if you have way for you a who fee hoof you if I you fo for 9 way.
I don't even know what Snowclones are.
I told you should have been the one to scribe.
I have nothing to do with this next Snowclone. Hi, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio, the only show that makes wind chimes out of thistles.
So that's why they always hurt my ears.
If you wouldn't go up and rub your head against the wind chimes like that. Hey, guess what?
What?
This is the 200th show of Comedy Parenting Radio.
It's not that special.
It's not?
That's like making it one lap into the Indianapolis 500.
It's not as special as our 213th show is going to be.
Being that this is the 200th show and it's so special, Elijah, why don't you spin the wheel and let's see what the topic is today.
Alrighty, let me warm up my wheeling arm.
Let her rip. What's the topic of the show today?
It says Snowclone.
Snowclones? Isn't that supposed to be snow cones?
No, Snowclones.
I don't even know what Snowclones are.
Snowclones are phrases or words or people or things, any word that has been altered to not be the original.
Can you obfuscate anymore?
No.
That literally made no sense to me.
Can we have a lawyer in here to tell us what Snowclones means?
How about we lead by example?
Okay, stay tuned. We'll be right back with our first example of a Snowclone.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
My backyard.
Oh, your backyard. Try telling a bear that.
I did, and this bear talked back.
Talking bear, that's rich.
No, wait, it was Smokey Bear.
Smokey. Why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
Continue.
I was burning yard waste.
No, boy.
He told me to burn legally and responsibly, and to remember that if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
And as always, he's right. You know, 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Yeah, I know that now.
Thanks to me.
Actually, thanks to Smokey.
As usual, the talking bear gets all the credit. Always burn responsibly and contact your local fire department for open burning regulations. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Comedy,
Parenting.
radio.
Radio.
You're back with Comedy Parenting Radio, and it's Snowclones. Joshua says that it's an altered phrase of something you're familiar with.
Usually humorous. Usually.
Here's a good example.
Okay, let's hear a Snowclone from Josiah.
Alibaba in the 40 Teeth.
Ooh.
So the story is about Alibaba. He gets a toothache. So he has to go to the dentist. And the dentist says, "Open sesame." And his mouth opens.
And then he goes to pay for the dentist visit, and he finds out he has no money. So his teeth hop out of his mouth, run around, steal money from the cash register, and then hop back in his mouth, and he pays for it.
Okay, try this one on. Casey Jones and the Great Rain Check.
Isn't that supposed to be train wreck?
Well, this is a rain check. Well, he wasn't going to crash that day, so he put a rain check on the rain track.
On the rain track.
Try that again.
He didn't want to crash that day, so he put a rain check on the train wreck.
Well, I got one for y'all.
Okay.
How about Paul Bunyan and his great blue socks?
Can you imagine the smell from those socks? Like a real man-sized sock smell?
Yep, because he was 63 axe handles high, so he had some large socks.
That's why basically the greater western United States was completely empty of people, as nobody wanted to be around his socks.
All right, how about this one? Pecos gets billed.
For all of the tornadoes that did the destruction?
they started a people's committee to sue Pecos Bill.
Well, it's those tornadoes that and his wife is constantly riding around on a giant catfish, making splashes everywhere.
It just doesn't pay to be like a old-fashioned superhero, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Western legend.
The old man of the seeds.
I'm thinking like an old guy with pumpkin seeds and...
I'm just picturing an older fellow just sitting in his garden just planting all day.
A Greek fisherman sort of guy.
Isn't that supposed to be Johnny Apple Sesame Seed?
Ooh, the guy that ran around planting buns all around the Midwest?
Yes.
Yep.
So when you guys go to the grocery store and see those sesame seed buns, you know the origin of them.
You know that's how we got the seedy part of town.
Stand by while our cast tries to...
decipher Elijah's doctor
Ancient
skull.
hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. Petroglyphics. Hold on.
I like the hieroglyphics.
All gains.
Are you trying to read your own handwriting?
I told you should have been the one to scribe.
It says all gains eel cleanup.
We need a boiling oil cleanup on Gilligan's Isle number 13.
Was that a standalone joke?
Yes.
You heard about the great American explorer that traded dynamite with the Indians?
No, who was he?
Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone.
I take offense to that.
I take a wall. Since we're in that era, have you guys ever looked up in the night sky, and seen a feller, the face, the man on the moonshine?
I think that if you're seeing that, you're on moonshine.
It's a reflection. You're actually just looking in a pond.
Trust me, folks, this is no reflection on how I run the family.
So, Dad, that big old jug underneath your desk is filled with Pepsi?
What's next?
The $6 million mess. Look out, everyone. Here comes the $6 million mess. Gentlemen, we can sue him. We have the legality. I needed to order a bunch of bananas, so I went ahead and ordered them via Amazon Primate.
I have nothing to do with this next Snowclone.
A bridge over the river Kiwi.
Wait a minute. I made that one up.
You had nothing to do with that, huh?
Let's start over. I can do it better. Give me the whistling in the background. A bridge over the river Kiwi.
You have the bridge over the river Kiwi. But that reminds me of another great war movie. A Smidge Too Far.
Sir, we built that bridge a little too far out there. As it stands, it's about to collapse in 5, 4, 3... Oh, wait, no, that's the prequel to the $6 million mess.
There's nothing like the great American heroes of America. Like, one of my favorites is that the guy that fought at the rental car place, Davy Crockpot.
Davy Crockpot, he'll cook your potatoes in under an hour. There was a great king in Old England. He was known for being the brother named John, but he was also a well-loved king, I think, by most people. He was pretty sour, though. He was Richard the Lime Tart.
I never eat more than one of those lime tarts, I'll tell you what.
That joke was pretty retarded.
Hey, Elijah, I like to listen to a lot of music, but we rarely ever hear from you. What's your favorite music band?
I'll bet he likes that band that all the old guys listen to. Yeah. The guys that wear false teeth, and they're out there just watering their flowers.
Yeah.
Gums and hoses.
Have you ever heard of the famous TV show Stat Trek? You know the one with Captain Picante Sauce and his Lieutenant Dota on the USS car rental?
My favorite character has to be Captain Cricket.
My favorite character is Geordie the Forger.
Geordie LaForgery.
You're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio. We're doing some Snowclones up here. Stay tuned.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
All right, you got a first baseman. Yes. When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
Every dollar of it. Who gets it?
He does. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. Why not, Lou? He's earned it.
Who did it?
Yes.
Look, when you pay off the first baseman every month, you get a receipt from the guy?
Sure.
How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Well, that's how he signs it,
That's
Lou.
how who signs it?
Yes.
Go ahead, tell me.
That's it.
Who? Look, you go to first baseman.
Yes.
And you say to him, here's your money, sign the receipt. How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
That's how he signs it.
That's how who signs it?
Yes.
Sure. You gotta get a receipt from the guy, don't you?
Get one, Lou.
How does the guy on first base sign his name?
Who?
The guy at first.
That's how he signs it.
I'm asking you, when you give the guy the money, what's the guy's name that you give the money to?
Now, wait a minute. What signs his own?
Who signs his own?
No, who signs his?
I mean, what's the guy's name on first you give the...
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know. Third base.
Captain, I must inform you, you are listening to Comedy Parenting Radio.
Okay, it's Comedy Parenting Radio, Snowclones. Somehow we made it to the third half of the show.
Well, have you seen the movie that came out a little while ago, which has, like, the family and the kid who can write really, really fast?
What's the name of it?
The Illegibles.
Okay, kids, we need to go through the drive-thru and pick up some dinner. Where should we go?
Well, honestly, I'm happy as long as we don't go to McDonald's here.
Oh, you know what's another one of my favorite Western legends?
One of the old gunslinger types?
My favorite is Doc Hollanday Sauce. Don't you work in the town where he died?
Wow, that makes me famous.
Dad, I hate it when you take us down the valley and you go to UF Lowe's.
Why?
Whenever we get close to it, it abducts all of our money so we can't go on trips.
Yeah, but at least we have a new kitchen counter.
UF Lowe's. You ever go into a bank and that security truck pulls up?
I think I have.
You know, the loons truck?
Yeah, the loons truck.
And the guy carries a bunch of loons out under his arms and shoves them in the truck?
On a dolly cart.
I bet you that's how the bank makes its money.
I mean, you couldn't go into the bank and get a loon.
But there was nothing quite so famous as when they got to the lunar module.
You're loony.
Try to picture a lunar module.
And when you go in the bank, you leave us a loon in the car.
And last but not least, we saved the best for last this time around because it's a special show. I can't even begin to explain this one. Joshua, can you help me out with that? You know, there's nothing like the founding documents for America.
Those patriotic papers.
Yeah, for example, the Declaration of Indie Movie Pants.
Oh, yes. That one is the very basis.
It was written by whom?
Well, it was written by more than one people. It was a bunch of people, like Ben Frankenstein, Thomas Paine in the Neck, and Thomas Jefferson Airplane. People like that. They all came together and formed a group called the First Continental Breakfast, and then they dreamt up of that.
You've been listening to Comedy Parenting Radio, Snowclones. Some of them were good and some of them were
like the paper cup without the snow cone in it.
Thanks for coming into the studio today, gang.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Originally, it was called the Bill of Lefts.